Okay, so you're going to begin in a standing position. We're going to use the top of your door, if you're at home, as your elongation to begin with. So your feet are hip distance apart and you're going to reach up, wrap your fingers around the top of the door frame. Pull slightly with the tips of your fingers, reach the elbows out wide. Press down into the feet. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Open up behind the left ribs. Right hip rotates back and glides a little bit to the left. Ribs glide a little to the left and then open up through the front of the right shoulder. Have an awareness in through the abdominals. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And one more time, inhaling. And exhale, belly pulls back towards the spine. Lengthen through the back of the neck, elbows reach out wide. Good, and go ahead and relax and shake it out. Okay, so find a seated position. We're going to do that muscle cylinder next. Our focus is on keeping both sides of the waist nice and long here. You're pressing down into your feet and a little bit down into the arms to lift the spine up nice and tall. You're going to tip up and over to your left and come back to center. So you're trying to keep both sides of the waist nice and long. And tip up and over to your right. And your left hip is going to lift off a little bit. Come back to center. Tip up and over to your side. And return. And tip up and over. Make sure you're not side bending here. Keeping length. Good, and up and over. Okay, now you're going to keep your top arm into the mat and you're going to reach your bottom arm up overhead and lower back down. So try not to side bend either direction. Exhale. Keep the left ribs rotating back. And exhale, reach. And lower. And exhale, reach one more time. And lower, good, come back to center. And up and over the other way. Good, find your length. And then reach that bottom arm overhead on the diagonal. And lower down, good. Open up behind your left ribs. Your right shoulder opens wide. And lower. Trying not to side bend in through the waist. Lower down. And one more time, exhale. And inhale, good, come back to center and shake it out. Okay, good. So we're going to do some squats and lunges next. So you're going to stand feet hip distance apart. Okay, hands can go onto the hips. You're going to press down into your hands to lift out nice and tall through the crown of the head. Elbows reach out wide. Left ribs rotate back. Right hip open up through the front of the right shoulder. You're going to inhale, sit the hips back. And exhale, return. Inhale, sit the hips back. You're going to feel like you're gliding the hips a little bit to the left each time. And return, keep the hips over to the left. Inhale, lower. Open up behind the left ribs, the right shoulder. And return. And two more times, sitting back. And return. And last time. And return, good. Shake it out. And now we're going to do your reverse lunges, okay? And you're going to start with feet hip distance apart. Hands come up onto the shoulders. You're going to begin with your right foot Step it back behind you. Little mini knee bend. Glide the hips to the left a little bit. Open up behind the left ribs and return. And step it back. Oof. And drop it down. Glide the hips to the left. Lengthen out through the top of the head. And make sure you're dropping your tailbone heavy and not arching through that lower back. You have a nice awareness and through the core. And drop it down. And return. And last time, step it back. Little knee bend. Hips go to the left. And return. Good. Now we're going to do your other side. Okay? Give it a little wiggle, a little shake, and return. Elbows reach out wide. You're going to step back with your left foot. Drop it straight down. Hips glide to the left. This is going to be the harder side. Making sure you're not sinking into that right hip. And return. Good. Keep the left ribs rotating back the whole time. And return. Step it back. Little bend. And return one more time. And return. Nice job. Roll up the shoulders. And you're going to make your way down onto the floor. Your mat's going to be up against the wall here. Okay. Okay. So bring your little bags with you. And you're going to get nice and close so that your legs are straight up the wall. Okay. And you're going to prop under your right ribs and your left hip. Okay. Go ahead and just breathe here for a moment, allowing the ribs to expand wide and back into the floor. Okay, and you're going to keep those left ribs where they are. Arms are going to come down by your sides. You're going to lift your right leg off the wall. Inhale, open it out to the side. And exhale back in. So those left ribs will want to come along. You want to keep them down and back into the floor. Try to relax your right quad as much as you can. You can even bend your knee a little bit if you need to. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Good. Return the leg. Other leg lifts off. Inhale, open. Try to keep the right hip down and back. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. Drop your chin down towards your throat. Inhale. And last time, inhale, open. Exhale, close. Good, hug the knees into the chest. Okay, so we're going to go into a side plank, knee hover position next. Modified plank. Ouch. You're going to come down onto your forearms. Okay, tuck your toes under. Lengthen through the crown of the head, press down into the elbows to open up behind the shoulder blades, behind those left ribs. We're going to exhale and hover and hold. Keeping the left ribs open, the front of the right shoulder open, and then reach your right sitting bone a little bit more towards the wall and lower back down. And exhale and lift and hover. Inhale, lower. And exhale and lift. Try to let the right ribs fall more towards the floor as the left ribs are rotating up. 2 more times. So hard. And hover. Reach your right sitting bone towards the wall and lower down. And 1 more time, find your hover. And return, untuck the toes, sit yourself back onto your heels. Good. Okay, so now you're going to come onto your left side, left elbow. Okay, and your bottom leg is bent. Top leg is going to be straight. Okay. All right, so we're at your concave side, which is your left elbow. You're going to reach your right arm up towards the ceiling, press down into that foot, down into your knee, and now you're pushing down through this elbow here to reach your scapula, your shoulder blade, away from your spine. So we're not hanging out here, you're pushing away nice and strong. And holding. These top fingers are reaching wide as well. And lower back down, good. And exhale and press and lift. Keep that shoulder blade as far away from your spine as you can get it. Top fingers are reaching too. And lower back down, good. Okay, other side. You can do that a few more times if you want on your own. Okay, I am just tired, so I'm going to do a couple times here. Okay, so you're pressing down into your foot that's extended, down into your knee that is bent, and your elbow. Reach your top arm up and lift the hips up. You're reaching again down through this elbow to get the shoulder blade to move away from the spine. Top fingertips are reaching towards the ceiling. Good. Just breathe. And lower back down. And exhale and lift. Good. Shoulder blades moving away from the spine in both directions, not collapsing. And lower back down. Nice job. That's it.